Welcome back to Blue Rising. I'm Ellen Ellard and it's good to be back after a little week away.
Lovely to have you back with us. Makes a lovely change from Will. My name is Richie Dress. It is a huge show tonight.
It is indeed. Tonight we are giving you the full Lyndon Dykes experience. More than just a striker, we are talking lifestyle, tattoos, fashion, maybe just a little bit of football as well.
Fashion, so we had to send Tommy Mooney. Plus, all the highlights of the men's and women's teams, a deep dive into set-piece coaching with Ben Petty, and of course, a look ahead to two huge fixtures, Coventry away and Wednesday at home with our very own Will Brazer and Tommy Mooney.
Big news this week, St Andrews at Knighthead Park will host England under-21s this month.
The Blues Plus Predictor is live on the club's mobile app. Make sure you get involved as prizes include a signed Kyogo shirt and even a season ticket for next year for the overall winner.
And more for the gamers as well. FC 26 is just around the corner.
And we're going to be giving away copies of this beautiful Birmingham branded version of the game, so make sure you don't miss that. Isn't it a work of art?
And even when you take the Birmingham sleeve off, present's still there of Jude Bellingham.
Front and centre, as he should be.
As always. Well, lots happening off the pitch, as always, but Saturday, really, it was all about getting a result on it. Back here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park, and I hate the phrase so early on in the season. I find it a real cliche, but there was a real feel that we needed to get a result from this game.
Most definitely off the back of the two losses as well on the international break. I sensed a palpable sort of tension before kickoff, and in the first half as well. The players took that tension and really drove it home through some really solid tackles, getting stuck straight in, which was brilliant to see. But Swansea matched them as well, especially in the first half. I was at the match, and Swansea were in the ascendancy in that first half a little bit, especially off the back of that midweek win in the Cup against Nottingham Forest as well. And the Blues had the weight of expectation on their shoulders.
Yeah, they certainly did. We needed a win for sure. We've looked organised, we've looked solid defensively, but really what has been lacking, as we've spoken about week after week, it seems, through the early stages of the season, is that clinical finish. It's what everyone is crying out for.
Exactly. And I feel like the players obviously watched Blue Rising because that changed on Saturday. There were plenty of chances. As Tommy said, in the last couple of weeks, the lack of chances was maybe becoming a bit of an issue, but that changed on Saturday. And when a stands are full, another sellout, by the way, you've got to give the fans something to shout about. And we most definitely did.
And Tommy had been very positive up
most
until that
definitely,
point as well. St Andrews was rocking once again. As you said, Richie, you could really feel the nerves.
The sense of relief at full time. I mean, yes, it was a 94th minute winner. So from the 94th minute onwards, the crowd were just celebrating, rightly so. But the sense of relief was palpable at full time.
Yeah, plenty riding on it, plenty to talk about later on in the show. But this is how it all unfolded.
Again, though, Kumas wide and a little cutback cross. I wonder if it's something they've identified as a...
Dutch out of his feet, and Dutch can't beat Figaro. Flag stayed down against Marvin Dutch. He's
under control and doesn't do much wrong. It's a good save. I don't know how much the keeper knows about it, but he's spread his leg. Cashman will be a defensive left back, and he's a good enough player to do that.
Kyogo shrugs off the Swansea midfielder. Gray waltzing his way through. It's Demarai Gray. He's denied by Figaro. That's facing him. It's the cross from Doyle that's hung up towards the back post. Confusion. Kyogo's acrobatic effort. Blocked point blank by Cabango to nod back across the 6-yard box. Kyogo's effort was acrobatic. Great technique by the man from Japan. Header goes straight to Roberts, and Roberts onto his left foot, and Roberts into the penalty. Lyndon Dykes!
Oh, you called it. You called it, Matt. Leaving it late. Patrick Roberts, what a cross. And that's what Dykes was brought on for. Exactly that. Get the ball in the box. Brilliant header. He met it perfectly. But Roberts just used that balance that he's got to get onto his stronger left foot and curved it in beautifully. What a goal.
Two substitutes combining, and Dykes strikes late again. Terrific ball by Roberts. Brilliant header by Lyndon Dykes. And Blues have left it late.
3 points in the end, but it did go right down to the wire.
Will and Tommy, welcome back to the show. You were down there, right in the corner, next to the Swansea fans with your inflatable sheep waving, but how much does that win mean to get us back on track?
Just to be clear, I did not bring a sheep to the game or touch a sheep. Just what we needed, I think, going into this game with the same points as Coventry now, which maybe just sort of mentality-wise changes things a little bit. I was really happy with the performance in general, and sort of the cherry on top was the winning goal. But I think we said going into the game, last year we had the Northampton, the Shrewsbury defeat, and Chris Davis made one big change, which was, I think, at the time putting Bielik in at right back. For this game, I think we all saw the team sheet with Jack Robinson coming in at centre-back, Phil Newman dropped, Clara pushing across the left, Cochrane had his critics in the Stoke game. I think I've just seen he was in the team of the week for this week. So the balance shifts, everything changes. We keep a clean sheet, and I think if you've got a solid defence, it really helps going forward, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we carried a little bit of luck early. Let's not pretend that never happened.
Absolutely miles off.
They missed some sitters early doors. But we had more opportunities and we missed more chances, but we created more. So therefore your ratio suggests you're going to get one at some point.
Well, I think fans, obviously, we all want to see goals early on in the game, settle the nerves. But the fact that the goals are coming quite late on, particularly the winners, is that a sign of the improved fitness that Blues have, and also, of course, the depth on the bench as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you can guarantee a 90th minute win in your home crowd and having it like that, you take it all day long. But we know it doesn't work like that. I think in terms of the fitness, it's something the club have spoken about at length as well, with the methods that Tom Brady's worked in, with the people that he's worked with, and just sort of, getting people on the pitch and keeping them staying on there as well. Chat to Ethan Laird in the summer, and it was something that he's really benefited from. For getting that peak performance for as long as you can go as well, I think we've seen that. Plus, the squad that we've got now to bring that quality on, it's just the perfect blend at the moment.
We'd just like to take a moment before we delve into our women's result from the weekend. Everyone here at Birmingham City would like to extend our heartfelt condolences to the family, friends and everyone who knew Matt Beard, a man who was loved by his players and uniquely opposition alike as well, a true pioneer of domestic women's football here in England, someone who will be so sorely missed by everyone who knew him around the football world. We've really lost a true WSL legend. Blues, well, we're back in action at home at the weekend, and fans were treated at St Andrews at Knighthead Park with the visit of promotion rivals Newcastle United.
They've lost it, and Sarri's onto it here, and she's going for goal, and it's a wonderful strike, and it's Birmingham in this huge battle between the two favourites in the division who lead, and Sarri has 2 in 2 games. Too easy to play that pass, and Harrison Murray is away and in behind and looking for a teammate, and it may drop for a chance for Louis. Fabulous volley, and it's 2. Bathsheba Louis with a fine strike. Played by Wardlaw, and Birmingham will get another go. And it will drop here for a goal-scoring chance, and it's a super strike again. They have been excellent in front of goal, this time Lily Crosswaite. Into a more promising position, Savenius delivers, and Newcastle have a goal. And the route back into the game. Well, this is a big 20 minutes coming up here for Newcastle United, who've done their best to force their way back into the game in the second half. They've given the ball away cheaply here though, and that might just be that. Grab another, they will get their goal scoring chance, and they've rattled the bar, and they've got there on the follow-up, and they have a second.
Well, what a start to the season for Blues women. 7 points from 3 games, topping the table already. It's exactly where they want to be. And I think what has made this result sweeter, and even that you could say about the opening day against Bristol City, important draw with Sunderland, it comes against a promotion rival in Newcastle United, who have really invested, as we've spoken about a lot, Richie, in the players who've come in. They've invested in the backroom staff as well over the course of the season, and I think alongside Blues, many would have them down as their promotion favourites.
Yeah, most definitely, and that was a real marker set out by the Blues. Newcastle came with all the noise, all of the expectation, and we just went out there and absolutely dismantled them. It was an incredible performance, amazing to see.
Absolutely. What impressed me most as well, the balance. I think it's something that's been spoken about a lot. You need it in the WSL2 this season with so much investment going in, but our defence looks really strong. We're scoring all the goals, a lot coming through the midfield as well, which has changed a lot. Ruthless in attack, and you can see, continuing on from last year, Amy Merricks, who is just such a master at moving everyone around the pitch and fitting them into the right position.
And speaking of goal scorers, 4 unique goal scorers against Newcastle and some new faces getting on the score sheet as well, which is amazing to see.
Yep, new faces, old faces as well. I had V Sari down as my top goal scorer for the season, and she's serving me well so far.
Louis, though, she's coming through and she's a menace.
What a talent. And when you look at players who have that goal ratio that she does for her national team, where it's over a goal a game, sometimes you're like, oh, how will that translate? Because it is such an interesting marker. She's come straight in, fitted in so well to what is a tough league to fit into in the WSL too as well, and linking up with some of our established striking forces as well that we had here coming into this season. We caught up with one of them, Lucy Quinn, to hear about the optimism in the squad as they push for promotion once again.
So Lucy, from your perspective, what's been the biggest difference in the way the team has started the season compared to last?
I think it's probably just the sense of togetherness within the whole club. I think given the back of 2 successful seasons last year, both the women and the men's side, obviously we were very disappointed to miss out on promotion, but we had a very strong season, played some very good football, and equally the men's obviously had a great year. I think you can really feel the sense of community that's back in the city with Birmingham City Football Club, and yeah, it's really exciting to be a part of and for everybody to want the team to do so well.
And you've been here for many years and here for 2 spells. How has the changes affected us as a club?
I mean, I think anybody that's been in and around the stadium or the training ground, you can see it's night and day in terms of the investment and the quality and care of the facilities that we're able to use now. The owners are obviously very passionate about both the men's and women's side, and I think when they take the time to come down and talk to you and meet you and get to know you as a team, it really shows in performance and the unity of the club.
And we are obviously pushing for promotion again this year. How can you use the hurt as motivation and fuel for the season ahead? And how excited are you personally for playing that role in hopefully getting us back to the WSL?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's quite a fire in a few of us that have been here a few years and have been very, very close. And I think, like you say, that only fuels wanting to gain that promotion this year. I'm a little bit sick of that disappointment. So personally in my role, I just want to do everything that I can possibly on and off the pitch to drive the team forward and bring the energy. And if I can score a couple of goals and help get us those well-needed points as well, then I'd be really happy with that.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thank you.
Well, it's clearly all paying off, the hard work, and we can't wait for the next game already. What a start we've made so far. It's against Sheffield United. We're away. Sheffield United struggled to make the impact they would have wanted to this season, haven't been as busy in the transfer window, and you can really tell.
Yeah, and impact is what it's all about for assistant head coach Ben Petty down at the training ground, where he gave us a unique look at what goes into shaping this squad.
Bet you two have never been here this early, have you?
No, the security said that to me. You said 8 o'clock.
Morning. How are you?
You alright?
Yeah, you okay?
Good to see you.
And you?
What's on the agenda this morning then? What's the first thing you do when you get in?
Normally catch up with all the staff. We'll normally meet in the canteen, have a bit of breakfast and a little catch up, and then we just we'll go into the coach's office then and then plan the session.
Yeah.
Have a team meeting, and a big session today because obviously we're getting close to the game on Saturday, so a lot more organisational planning today. Thank you very much. I've had a little omelette without the egg. Double espresso, get me going today. How you doing?
Yeah, good. You?
How are you, alright?
Morning.
Okay. Alright. So they'll do a little combination in there, little combination between the two, and then they'll play the ball wide. So I'll just have a little full back mannequin here, and then always like to put like a target mannequin in so that the cross misses it. So you can imagine in a game, if on Saturday this is Swansea defender cutting off the near post. Right, Tom. Okay, yeah? Tommy.
For the set plays on when we're doing the outswingers, you and Dimmy are doing. today. Sort of split everybody up so you're doing the roles that you do on Saturday. All right. Day in the life of Jay Stansfield. Finishing masterclass.
Going to get hammered today.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
No, I'll make sure I dig it up for you.
Yeah, I might get a few more views if you do it.
What is it for?
Day in the life of Ben Petty. Something like that. Finish! Fantastic finish. This area is free for Kyogo to come round. Round. Okay, we should be hitting it from about here. Okay? Let's have a practice, 2 or 3 practices each. Good, concentrate on the blocks. Really big on the blocks, guys. One more, Dim. Yeah, well done, good. Yes, good. Brilliant, well done. Kyogo's blocking the back. Alphonse blocking the goalkeeper. Dimmy, Pake and Mark on the edge. Yeah. Ethan, you're getting round the back to score. Some really good set plays there. And obviously, hopefully utilise them on the weekend. Hopefully we create a lot of corners and free kicks and box action. So that's what we're doing. Obviously, without giving the team away. We mix and match the team. That's part of coaching. You know, coaching everybody. So if they do come on or they know their role. So I'd say the gaffer would be pleased with that. When we practice set plays, we practice them properly. We don't just walk through them. Because I don't think you can expect to walk through them and then do them properly on a Saturday or a Tuesday night.
Well, always fascinating to see the level of detail in training. It really shows exactly what goes on behind the scenes.
And also how someone like Lyndon Dykes can make such an impact on the team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And to find out a little bit more about the man himself, our very own Tommy Mooney, met up with him and went for a walkabout to talk all about his footballing journey, but also a bit about life off the pitch, from tattoos to fashion to family.
So we're sat with Lyndon match winner Dykes, Henley and Arden. A couple of minutes from the training ground, the Epic training facility. How's training been today?
Yeah, it's been good. Obviously, happy to get the goal the other day at home, and obviously we've got 2 days off after that. So obviously back in today and back into the long week ahead of the game coming up on the weekend.
So plenty of prep ahead of the big game at Coventry at the weekend. But let's talk about the last couple of goals. Blackburn away and big goal at the weekend. That's why we play football and do all the hard work. Just talk us through the games.
Obviously, you're disappointed that you're not, getting the game the minutes on the pitch and being obviously coming off the bench, and you just want to make as much impact as you can. And I mean, obviously, scoring such late on goals, it's a feeling that you would know, and a lot of people don't know. But nothing beats it. And obviously, coming on and scoring there on the weekend and celebrating in front of the fans, and it was a really, really special moment. And I'm hoping obviously big moments like that keep on coming.
So, relatively famous for the tattoos, the trims. How does that all come about? What makes Lyndon Dykes?
It's just different personalities. I think the hairstyles are kind of always just happens. It's just something that I like to do and kind of makes me feel good. I've got a thing with Scotland that all the boys like it when I've got a shaved head. So before the Serbia game qualifying for the Euros, I got one of the boys to randomly shave my head just straight off, and we won we won to go into the Euros. So ever since then, they always want me always to be a baldy.
So superstition as well. There's nothing wrong with a baldy, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Looks as good like you. I think the tattoos was just, it was something that I never thought I would, get so many of, but it's kind of just added over time, and maybe a little bit of
Do they all have a meaning, or?
Yeah, I think majority of them do have a meaning. Some of them don't. I've kind of got like a theme with everything, but obviously I've got a lot of family stuff. I'm a family man, and yeah, it's complicated because I've got a lot of them on my whole stomach and my back, and my legs will be coming soon enough. But no.
Favorite one?
My favorite one, probably on my calf. I've got my wife's and my 3 kids' names on my whole calf. So the way I like of that, the way, the style and the whole thing of that, probably my favorite one. But yeah, I have got a lot, and there's definitely more on the cards to get. So anyone in Birmingham who want to give me a tattoo, let me know.
After a game, do you sleep?
No. So after games is difficult, and that's when the Call of Duty kicks in. Usually we've got a few boys, it's difficult to sleep after, especially if you're coming on, you score and stuff like that. It's even worse. But yeah, sometimes the late games is a struggle. You're up all night and tossing and turning. So we get on the Call of Duty for a few hours, and then we get back up and try and get as much sleep as you can.
Okay. Well, here's hoping there's a few more sleepless nights with last-minute winners.
Yeah, hopefully.
Really
Thanks
enjoyed
for
it.
having me.
Good to see you. Thanks very much.
What a guy, what a character, and you can see why the fans love him so much. Make sure you catch the full interview coming soon to our YouTube channel. It's one you don't want to miss.
No, absolutely. And it was, of course, Lyndon off the bench again, who popped up with the winner.
Very first question I've got to ask you, Will, what's it going to take for you to get a Lyndon Dykes tattoo of his face on your face? He's proving a hero.
If he keeps giving us moments like that, I'll get a chest piece, a back piece,
and a face piece.
Any sort of piece that you want as well, Tommy. How about that?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll leave that to you.
Thank you.
He's come into the team, shows his professionalism, his desire to achieve what he wants to achieve, whether he's starting or whether he's finishing the game. He comes in and gets a goal, and everybody loves a goal scorer, don't they? But I think he shows you with that goal what he brings to the team that other strikers don't have. It's an excellent cross from Roberts, but his movement to take the defender away, then to come back in front of him and get the header on it, and it's a very good technical header.
So it's 4 points now if you look at it from the. I know we're still we're a month and a bit now into the season, but still 4 points that he's saved. And like you said, with the narrative around, will he stay, won't he stay? When you look at that, Will, as a fan, it's really good for them to see the commitment that he has to the club and what he can still bring.
Yeah, I think it just turns around games, brings a different element to it, like Tommy said, in terms of being a striker. And even for that Blackburn goal, obviously it was like the red arrows that the commentators were saying going up the pitch for that last-minute winner, and he was part of that. And then just his determination to get part of the header for, literally a carbon copy goal to that Virtue semi-final one as well, header down. We were chatting with the media lads at the start of the year. It was like, we've not had that many 90th minute winners, and we've had 2 in the first 5 or 6 games of the season. And to be there as part of them has been very special.
So some of the debates there will certainly rage on, but the 3 points and the win coming at the right time, because next week is huge. Coventry away, Wednesday at home, 2 games that could shape the early season.
Definitely, and as we approach October, the table is starting to take shape and the games are coming thick and fast. We love it.
Don't we just know it? So who better than our very favourite stat man, Matt Delaney, to give us some expert insight into what he's been picking up on and how it could impact these 2 crucial matches.
Well, after the performances against Port Vale, Leicester and Stoke, online discourse and press conferences were dominated by questions around chance creation and potency in the final third and in front of goal. Blues had previously had 4 shots on target in the last 4 games before Saturday, and pipped up the championship for shots on target, despite us being 4th for average possession. So the question begged, how could we turn that possession into goals and clear-cut chances? Well, Blues provided an answer in no uncertain terms on Saturday, didn't we? In front of a sellout crowd. 23 shots, 7 corners, 24 crosses and 34 aerial duels, 1 out of 47 competed. Displays not just an improvement in creativity, potency and sharpness around the penalty area, but also shows that while we can turn it up one end, we can still retain our defensive stability down the other. Ryan Alsop, of course, chalking up his 2nd clean sheet of the campaign in front of what was a really balanced centre-back partnership between Christoph Clara and Jack Robinson. So Blues leaving it late again. 3 of our 5 league goals have now come in stoppage time this season, earning us 5 points out of our 10-point total. And it was the substitutes who combined to win the game at the weekend. A ball dripping in quality from Patrick Roberts, and Lyndon Dykes delivering again in stoppage time. The Scotsman striking late with an inch perfect header, and he's becoming the specialist of the Late Late Show. Looking ahead to Saturday at the CBS, another early start against a side unbeaten so far in the league. They were scoring for fun before the weekend. Leicester becoming just the second team to keep the division's top scorers at bay after Hull did on the opening day. Topping the championship scoring charts. At the moment, they're very much picking up where they left off last season, in which they finished fourth in those particular standings. But to caveat that, they did concede the most goals amongst the teams in the top half of the table. It's going to be an intriguing contest for sure, and another tough test away from home. I'll be there nice and early in the press box for Blues Plus subscribers. If not, I'll catch you in another sold-out away end. Keep right on, Blue Noses.
What a guy. What a guy. Always insightful from Matt. Will, what are you expecting from Coventry? Huge game.
Yeah, another tough test away from home. I think just on that as well, absolutely disgraceful from Coventry City. I think we've all seen the ticket prices for the away game going in at £45. So just wanted to get that off my chest, and fair play if you are going, if you had to remortgage your home to go over there to try and get your ticket and everything like that, because it's absolute disgrace. But on the pitch, I think, another tough test, 3 draws in the row for them in the league. Obviously that Carabao Cup defeat as well, but yeah, I've been impressed by Lampard last season. I think he did really well, sort of carried it on this year a little bit as well. We're on the same points, but I don't know. I'm a fan of the club. I think that comes across. And I'm sometimes a bit deluded, but I feel very strongly that we're going to win this game.
I know it's still relatively early in the season, but they finished in the playoffs last season. 6-pointer?
Not necessarily at this stage. I think it's just a momentum builder for such a big week that we've got next week with a team at the bottom of the league who got their first win, to start it off against Coventry well, and by well I mean winning, because I don't subscribe to going away from home and taking a point. We would, but you want to go and win the game prior to it. If there's 5 minutes to go, you might change your mindset, but certainly not before that. So yeah, really looking forward to it, with a good performance on the back of a really buzzing training ground this week, I'm sure.
Proximity adds something else to it. Tommy, what was it like playing in those games with some noisy neighbours?
Wherever Birmingham go, they fill their allocation. So it doesn't matter whether it's 10 minutes away or 5 hours away. The Blue Noses are going to travel in their numbers, and they're going to pay whatever they have to pay, unfortunately. But that is the case. So wherever we went, wherever this team goes now, it was always a really strong support. Just makes it a little bit easier, and they can get back to their homes a little bit quicker, hopefully with 3 points.
So that's Coventry wrapped up for now. We'll get your predictions shortly. On Tuesday, we face Wednesday, which we'll talk about next Thursday. Back at the lights here at St Andrews, as we've already mentioned. It's such an incredible home run that we're on, and the Fortress, you're hoping, will spring into action once again.
Yeah, I mean, Wednesday are on the back of their first win. Much of it will be based on what happens on Saturday against Coventry, because it's that momentum train all of the time. But great from a player's perspective. It's great to have 3 games in a week. You want to play games. You don't want to be at the training. The training ground can become monotonous. Match days are never monotonous wherever you go.
Yeah, no, I think it would be great on Tuesday. Under the lights is where we, you not only get to see the fireworks and the fanfare a little bit better. I think just the atmosphere sort of, especially when it gets a little bit colder as well. I just love coming on a Tuesday night, especially now with the crowds that we've been getting. And with Sheffield Wednesday, I think obviously everyone is well documented what's going on off the pitch with them. It sort of creates a bit of that siege mentality. And now they have picked up that first win. I think they're going to be a very hard team to beat, because I don't know, that group, I imagine, comes together a lot stronger, don't they? Because they're all going through that sort of shared experience.
The irony of it is they've put so many young players into the team, probably a season or 2 earlier than they would have got their opportunities. They're going to be worth a few quid in a few years' time. So whoever gets hold of that club will have some talented players with probably 50, 60 more games experience in the group. But hopefully that doesn't help them here, because they'll be looking forward to coming and playing at St Andrews at Knighthead Park for sure. Hopefully it'll be too much for them.
Right, so time to get some predictions. But this week we are going to use our predictor. It is live now on the app, and there are 100 points to be earned over 5 questions and some huge prizes up for grabs over the course of the season.
Absolutely. Let's get into it. So, on the Birmingham City Football Club app, scroll down a little bit from the homepage, you'll find the predictor. And I need to apologise on behalf of the club because the very first question is what will the score be? But you can only go up to a maximum of 9 goals, which is a bit of a shame. So, Tommy, what will the score be?
Can I just say, actually, the club have actually brought this in because Tommy likes to make predictions and change them. But this way, they're locked in, so there's none of that faff going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to get the app on my BlackBerry. I'm going for 2-0 Blues.
Oh.
Ooh, Will?
I've gone for 3-0.
Okay,
Blues.
3-2 Blues.
3-2. I'm going to do a Tommy Mooney and go 2-1.
Okay, next up.
Next up, first goal scorer for the Blues.
Well, he bought me a cup of coffee, so I'm going to go Lyndon Dykes.
It's very kind.
I bought you a cup of coffee. Don't even get a mention. I'm going to go for Jay Stansfield.
Yeah, I've gone for Kyogo. Get him in there. Yes, finally.
I'm going to Murray Gray.
What minute will the first goal be scored?
I'm going to go 35 minutes.
I think it'd be tight first half. I'm going 71.
Oh.
I think it'll be loose first half, so I'm going 15.
I'm going
Well, you need to with 5 goals, Richard.
This is it. Yeah, big time, big time.
I'm going 27. Next up, which Blues player will complete the most amount of passes?
I'm going to go for Paik.
Definitely Paik then.
Yeah.
Okay, now I feel the pressure on me for going for someone different than you two. I'm going to go Patrick Roberts.
I'm going to go Clara.
No, I see what you're doing.
What percentage of possession will the Blues have?
Got a nice sort of slider for this.
Ooh.
It's a very well built app.
Yeah.
It is very well built.
Very good. I think it'll be high. I'm going to go 66%.
Ooh.
Right, I'm going to go for 58%.
I was going to go 55.
So I'm going to go the opposite. I was going to go the opposite to you. I'm going to go 44.
Ooh. Right, get them locked in, and do not forget that the overall winner bags a season ticket. And if you've missed the September prize of a signed Kyogo shirt, do not worry, there will be more in October, so get predicting.
That's all for this week on Blue Rising. A huge thank you, as per every single week, to Will and Tommy. Thank you so much for coming in. We love and appreciate you as per usual.
And of course as well to Lyndon Dykes, Ben Petty and Lucy Quinn for giving us some incredible insight from behind the scenes as well.
And of course, we'll be back next week with more from inside the club as the men's team head to the rolling hills of Hollywood on Wrexham for the only American derby that matters, and that's a fact.
That is right. It's rarely sunny in Wrexham,
Nice.
and we're hoping that we'll be leaving behind nothing but a dead pool of tears in the
Nice.
valleys.
Bring it on, definitely. Right, see you next week. Take care.